Hey you! Are you a man struggling with females? Struggling with that hairline? Struggling being Sorry about that. Struggling being Can't say it without gagging. Struggling with being broke. Hello everybody and welcome back to the HR department. Case file of the day, Luke Belmer and the Manosphere. I found you a saviour. A god. A man of many words. Many words. So many words. Sometimes I think he says so many words he forgets they have to make sense.
Hey, your little 13-year-old daughter has acne, let's put her on birth control to regulate her emotions. And now you put 100 million women in the United States on birth control, and now what happens? It's usually a pill, which means 90% plus of it doesn't get digested. It goes to your urine. That estrogen goes into the water. Now you have 100 million women urinating highly estrogenated urine into the water supply, and water is just a recycled commodity. But the treatment plants, they don't treat for estrogen, neither do they treat for testosterone. So now you have all these feminized men drinking this tap water, and you're asking why Alex Jones is realizing that the frogs are gay.
Have you ever had a dream that you want.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yes, all those frogs drinking the woman water. And that's why some men paint their nails. Luke Belmer, 29-year-old entrepreneur. Why are they always entrepreneurs? That word has lost all meaning and respect. Anytime somebody says entrepreneur, all I imagine is some like cartoon character standing in a dark alleyway with a black trench coat on, a pointy chin and a fedora. Through his platform, he shares valuable insights, guiding people to financial freedom.
People need to start studying words. Look at a bank, right? What is a bank? What is also a bank? A river bank. What does the river bank do? It controls the flow. The flow of what? The flow of the current, the currency, right? If it's controlling the currency, it's also controlling the what? The flow. The flow of what? The cash flow. So what? Money moves like water. If I understand where the water is going to go, I just have to position myself where the cash flow is going to be next, and I will get wet.
It's actually so incredible. It's like he's just word vomiting whatever thought trail like pops into his head. You know when little kids just sit there and go like, Mum, why does water move? But what makes pressure? Yeah, but what makes that? I once heard the term pressure in a Thomas Tank Engine episode. They talked about steam train and the steam pressure. I like trains. And I went out with Grandpa, we went to see trains, and there was a man shoveling coal in. The coal was like really black. And they put the coal into the fire and then it burns. Yeah, because it was black. Does that mean we have to burn the black?
$1 million in a day.
Light work. I've done $5 million in a day. Profit.
So he's an Instagram business bro. Huh? Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like people should start looking at the people they're taking advice from a little bit more in detail. It's almost like he can say anything. As long as there's a Porsche behind him and 6 Rolexes on his right arm, it's all dandy. He keeps doing this thing where he just like states the obvious and then has this like suspenseful music in the background. It's so funny.
When I sit with the billionaires in Puerto Rico, I ask them, what's your one piece of advice? Hell. That's the difference between a peasant and a king. Bro, do you think the peasants ate the same food that the kings ate?
No.
Do you think they got the same education the kings did?
No.
There you go.
Mate, I don't think they had a choice. What are you on about? What are you on about? Here's the thing, right? Not everything he says is rubbish. Sometimes I actually really agree with him and think that some of the things he's saying are actually quite motivational. It's like Hopecore. I love Hopecore.
What is Rosa Parks famous for? Who? Rosa Parks. Never met the bog.
However, they're always sprinkled with like a little bit of misinformation, a little sprinkle of alpha male rubbishness.
When was the last time you sat down with a blank piece of paper and just like brainstormed?
I listen to that every morning when I wake up at 3 a.m. That is the time that you should get up. Oh, you're not a man! But this is the problem with business bros on Instagram making podcasts in the Manosphere. You guys have never heard of the Manosphere! My mother used to read me bedtime stories about it as a warning, as a precaution. In a land far away where the bananas are ripe, the men smear their faces. Oh, what a sight. They dunk their heads, yes, in ice-cold vats and shiver and shimmy like penguins with hats. The women, oh my, with bodies so odd, just hands and arms, no feet to trot. They clean up the spills with bottles that crack and serve the alphas. There's no turning back. Sorry. Because good men, you see, they're not born with a silver spoon, but with a Rode pod mic shiny and swoon. It's USB XLR, so versatile too. For podcasting, word vomiting, preaching. Woohoo! Sorry, I've been reading a lot of Dr. Seuss lately. Trying to revert back to my prime years. Now she knew what was up. Guys, I've discovered something. There's 2 of them. He's got a brother, and may I dare say, in my opinion, he's actually a lot worse.
We're gonna have the steak and eggs. And we're gonna do that medium well. I have a question for you. How do you guys cook the meat, the eggs, and the mushrooms? What kind of oils? Vegetable. Can we change that for butter? If we can't, I can't eat because I'm allergic to vegetable oil. Yeah, check for me. That'd be amazing. If not, we're gonna have to bounce, brother.
Why are you being so rude? I hate rude people. You don't say please and thank you and just respect people in general. Get away from me. I used to date a guy who never said please and thank you. Every time we ordered something, I'd be like, say thank you. Use your manners. Use your big boy words. You learn this in year 2.
I'm currently not seeing anybody. And I've never seen anybody because I've never been on a date.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah, dead ass.
What?
Why is he speaking to him but looking directly at the camera? They are sitting next to each other.
A very good friend of mine. Him and I had very similar tendencies, and the only issue was his life with like a lot of girls led down the wrong way. Had a kid, he didn't really want the kid, and I saw that, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Just focused on me, leveled up, and I am where I am today because of the choices I made, bro.
What? Who raised these guys? Not 1, but 2. The narrative, the reason why you may be failing in a career position, the reason why you can't go to the gym, or the reason something in your life is not going right is because you are dating somebody is so odd. Yes, when you're in a relationship, you have to think about another person. God forbid, selfless and empathetic. Oh, this is like basic human stuff. This type of content seems like gateway content to me. The stuff that he's saying isn't horrendous, but I feel like this kind of stuff leads to this kind of stuff.
Son, your girlfriend said, let's go movies. No!
No movies.
I'm locked in. I'm in the trenches.
I'm getting rich.
110 kilograms. I got my fucking muscles, I got my cars, I got my big ass house, I got the jacuzzi.
Stand by me.
And enjoy the fruits of my labor.
It seems like in the Manosphere, you can't reach financial freedom and happiness unless you say, hates women, I hate them, I hate them, get in the kitchen, oh yes, and I'm going to buy as many cars as I want, vroom vroom, I'm in my mum's car.
I'm in my mum's car.
Which I do question. I think that you can be rich and, you know, a good person. Shock. Oh wait, he's friends with them? Of course he is, of course he is. Oh Luke, no, I had such high hopes.
Your favorite car, bro?
The red one, the Aston Martin.
Tristan thinks well, guys. Critical thinking, I fucking love it. Very rare.
My 10-year-old brother could give a more detailed answer to what's your favourite car than that. Critical thinking! That's critical thinking!
10K a day. What is that? 300K a month. What is that? 3 million a year. 10 years, that's 30 million. 40%. Living expenses, you're left with 15. You just worked 10 years and you have 15 million in the bank. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but it ain't a lot of money because you can spend it really fast.
These kids on the internet, they're like, oh, $5 million, there's no way. Dude, you have no fucking idea. Your pee-wee brain can't get it. $5 million is chump change. Okay, you're a brokey. Okay, you could literally go and get a job at Buffalo Wild Wings or at McDonald's, or you could be intelligent and go get a job at the country club.
Okay, quick clarifications here. 15 mil, that's a lot of money. 5 mil, that's a lot of money. Obviously, there is always more money out in the world, but that doesn't mean that this sum is not a large amount. Second of all, I'm sure a lot of people would much prefer to work at the country club. However, there is this thing that happens sometimes when there actually are no jobs. And I know, I might have to repeat that. Sometimes people don't want to work in the back ends of McDonald's, but they just have to because there are no jobs at the country club.
This is not motivational or encouraging to anybody. This is just shaming people for something which is completely normal, may I add. Especially in this economy, where Freddo is now costing me $150. $150?
It's case file time! That's right, with the files and the cases involved. It's case file time!
Case file time! Let's check it out. Oh, this is so weird. There's no violations. There's just a poem. I wonder who wrote this. Down in the depths of the World Wide Web, where logic is loose and thoughts flow unkept, live two grand tribes, both wild and bold. One chased gold, the other controlled. The Manosphere men would loudly declare, the world's gone soft, it isn't fair. They thump their chests and puff their chins and blame their woes on modern sins. Back in my day, the red pill cried, a man was a man with a wife by his side. She cooked and she cleaned and she made my bed, and now women want respect instead. Then came the crypto bros dressed to impress, in hoodies and sneakers, designer no less. They mumbled of moonshots and diamond hands, and YOLO'd their savings on blockchain plans. Buy the dip, they chant and shout, decentralized wealth is what it's about. But when their coin took a downward spin, they swore, it's FUD, just hodl and grin. One day these tribes met in the wild, both self-proclaimed Sigma style. They sniffed and they sneered and they formed a plan to fix the world like only we can. But as they schemed, the markets crashed and the TikTok girls just laughed and laughed. I'm the TikTok girl, it's me. For a while they raged and called things woke. The world moved on. It was all a joke. So heed this tale of grifts and woes, of bitter men and crypto bros. For chasing clout and coin alike will leave you sad and swiped. Not right.
I want a gold medal, I want a BAFTA, I want an Oscar, and I want a round of applause. Immediately!
Not particularly just Luke Belmer, but that whole industry in general I find very scammy, very weird, very shamey, and a bit knobbish, to be honest. In my opinion, this case is a violation. Crypto business bros who don't actually give any proper business advice and just, shame people for being broke, you're fired.